On first down, Trubisky. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
They go play action. Trubisky. Going deep this time for Mel. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's complete to Mooney. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Takk McKinley able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Barkley, the ball carrier.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. This time Ryan will throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17
I would think
yards.
that by now people are done underestimating Tariq Cohen because of his stature when they see him at about 5'6", 5'7". But he can do it all. He can run inside, run to the perimeter, but he also catches the ball really well out of the backfield. And he had more receptions than carries last season. He kind of looks like Darren Sproles, who's been his inspiration as an NFL player. In 2018, Tariq Cohen was a Pro Bowler as well.
Now the offense going to use 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky to throw again. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears will extend their lead.
Is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Benjamin on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season, and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 12 yards is the pickup there, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
A gain of 12 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The 8-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
Anthony Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears will add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Bears 17, Falcons 7. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the 2nd level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Bears 17, Falcons 14.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dante Fowler picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Ryan. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, Falcons. Travis Benjamin, 46 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second and 12. Play action. Ryan. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
12 yards to go.
Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Eddie Pinheiro lining up.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On second and 15 now. Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop.
2nd and 10.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
At the 48-yard
Well,
line.
remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him a more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
On the carry.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan finds Roberts left side. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
10 at the 13.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. He was 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Hauschka adds the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
24.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on first down, Trubisky. Now Trubisky lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Calling a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
3rd down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
7-yard line.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Trubisky gives to Cohen, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 9.
This will be caught at about the 6. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
Tariq Cohen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The kick is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Ties the game 31-31.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Travis Benjamin on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Ryan. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
43-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, Barkley. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now it's Barkley, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down, and the Bears will get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions in the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. A shotgun handoff to Patterson, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
And the Bears first down.
Now it's Trubisky. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. First down, a run with Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Throwing now is Trubisky. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has him in field goal range with a chance to win. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So it'll all come down to the right foot of Eddie Pinheiro. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay. So
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off for Chicago.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard.
I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. On the run, it's Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him 9 on the pickup, but they're still a few inches short now on 4th down.
4th down and less than a yard.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
And he completes it to Cohen. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Brings up second.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minute.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 33 yards that time. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. This is Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
In any yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
They try again with Cohen, and he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Chicago, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.